Hello and welcome to Fingers on Plastic. I'm LittleDave and this is Masters of the Universe Origins Skeletor. So this is my second figure in the line, or third if you count Battle Cat. But this was the second actual figure I'd pre-ordered after He-Man. And he finally turned up from Amazon today. So as you can see, like before, it's the classic packaging. Similar to what Super 7 did with the retro line. So obviously the multi-language packaging. Now this shipped in, I believe, from Spain actually. So they are coming in from Europe rather than being shipped in to the UK directly, I believe. Well, that's where he seemed to be shipped from the other day. Right, we'll have a quick look at the back of the packaging before we open him up. So same as before. Oh, and by the way, like a bit last time, Amazon's packaging wasn't great, so my card is bent at the top. But I will be keeping him in the packet anyway, so it's not a biggie for me. But if you're a mint on carder, that's going to be a bit of a pain if you order from Amazon. But yeah, as you can see there, nice image of Skeletor. It looks like he's falling in lava, or maybe jumping out of it, I don't know, it looks like he's about to fall. And then some pictures of the first figures from the line. And just some little information about what you can do with him. Right, I'm going to stop this now and get him out of the packet and we'll have a look at him. So here he is. This is Skeletor out of his packaging. Now, like before, he does come with a mini comic. It's probably the same one as I got with He-Man, so I'm not going to show it. And like I say, I think I said before, there's probably a chase variant, I believe, but I've not got it this time. Never know, maybe I'll get it in the future. But yeah, here's the guy himself. And I think the colours on this guy pop really, really nicely. I think they've done a good job. I think he's brighter than the original toy. But he still retains a lot of that sort of classic look. Now, we'll zoom in on him a bit and have a better look at his face sculpt. Now, I'm not a big fan of this weird open mouth he's got. It looks a little odd for my liking. I like the way that obviously they have done a slight update of his original look there, but I just think open mouthed is a bit strange. But I still like the figure itself. I don't hate the figure because of that, I do like him. I think they've done a good job sort of replicating that classic armour there. And his belt as well. I like the way he's got the fins back on his arms, like the classic toy. And also his sort of web feet as well. But yeah, I do like the figure a lot. Like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of the head sculpt. Neither was He-Man, really, to be fair. But I do like the figure itself. I do think it is quite nice. We'll turn him over and have a quick look at his back. It is very, very similar to what they did with the original toy regarding the straps there. And they updated it slightly for He-Man, but this looks very, very similar to his original toy. Right, let's have a quick look at his accessories. Now, no Skeletor would be complete without his Havoc staff. We're on for an all purple one, what looks very similar to his original toy. I think it's pretty cool. And also, he comes with his purple half of the power sword. Now, as we discussed before many times, you can combine this with He-Man's. And you've got the full power sword there. Now, I wonder with 2 TV shows coming next year. Obviously, the Kevin Smith one is a continuation of the original Filmation cartoon. But there's another one coming as well, which is like a CG one. I wonder if they're actually going to follow up with that, and we'll, discover more about that rather than it just being sort of very similar to what they did with the Filmation one style, where there was no 2 halves of the power sword. There was just one power sword, and it was the one He-Man had. it'd be nice to see if they do that. From what I gather, that show is going to be based more towards kids, and the Kevin Smith one is going to be more towards us classic fans. Right, let's get that out of the way. Now, like He-Man, I'm not going to show all his articulation, but he is very similar. Well, similar, he's just exactly the same. Obviously, his hands moved, bends at the elbows, arms move in and out, up and down. He's got bends at the knees, his feet go, and obviously a swivel at the waist, and his head is on a ball joint. I think all the figures in this line are going to be that type of thing. There's only going to be a few exceptions. I know they are bringing out a Ram Man eventually, where obviously he won't have the same articulation, and they are going to give him the sort of jumping gimmick he used to have many years ago. So yeah, I like this for my second figure in the line. Well, technically my third if you count Battle Cat. I'm glad I've picked him up. I do like him a lot. Like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of the head sculpt. I do like the colour of the face, and I like the red in his eyes, but it's just that open mouth's a bit strange. But other than that, I am a fan of him. Like I say, I'm glad I've picked him up, and I'm glad I got He-Man as well. I'm not going to collect too many of this line, but there will be certain ones I do want to get, and I have a couple more on order at the moment, which hopefully they'll be here next week, but we shall see. My Amazon orders have been delayed slightly. They have been turning up within the sort of week or so they've said they would, but not exact day they would. So we shall see what happens, but, you know, touch wood, we shall get another couple of figures next week I can review for you. Right, that's it for Skeletor. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I'll see you all soon.
Fingers on plastic.